Hi, this is James from Guide to WDW, and I'm here with Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, and we're here talking everything that's going on this holiday season at Walt Disney World, including Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Plus Jollywood Nights, the most festive food, and the holiday hidden gems that most guests miss. And this year, I'm giving you a special present, the 12 Tips of Christmas, your complete Disney World holiday game plan that includes my best tips, plus inside info straight from Disney cast members that will help you avoid the craziest crowds of the year, make more memories, and give your vacation an extra dose of cheer. Like knowing how to knock out your Santa photos, Christmas cards, and grandparent gifts all in one stop. So this video is going to be your guide to the holiday season at Walt Disney World this year. Let's dive in. For the first tip of Christmas, Guide to WDW gives to you the exact weeks you should book your Disney World holiday trip to avoid the biggest crowds of the year. The most important decision you'll make for your Disney World holiday trip is when to visit. Get this wrong and you'll spend your vacation in massive crowds with hour-plus waits. Get this right and you'll experience all the holiday magic with short lines and perfect Florida weather. I pay very close attention to wait times and historical crowd patterns, and I've made a ton of videos breaking down the data to share the best times to go to Disney World. So here's my advice for the holidays. The most crowded weeks of the holiday season are, unsurprisingly, Thanksgiving week, the week of Christmas, and the week of New Year's. Thanksgiving has been moderate to busy the past 2 years, but those last 2 weeks of the year are consistently the busiest weeks all year, and wait times can be staggering. Those 2 weeks can still be a great time because the parks stay open longer and there are special holiday offerings only available during those weeks, but just be prepared for long lines and heavy crowds. Lightning Lane is a must those weeks. The sweet spot for the holidays are the week before Thanksgiving and the 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. And it's a significant difference from the busiest weeks. These weeks typically have some of the lowest lines of the year. Now, if you want to know the best day-by-day strategy with even more detailed crowd predictions, check out my Best and Worst Days at Disney World series. This is a monthly breakdown where I forecast crowds week by week, plus give you the best and worst days to visit every park so you can come up with a pro strategy for your vacation. My November guide is already up on the channel and December is coming very soon, so get subscribed so you don't miss that. My second tip of Christmas is so much better than 2 turtle doves. In fact, it's an essential concept for navigating Disney World like an expert this season. Tip 2, the party effect. Here's what the party effect is and how to use it to your advantage. Disney World has 2 separately ticketed holiday parties: Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party at Magic Kingdom and Disney Jollywood Nights at Hollywood Studios. Whether or not you are going to the parties, always pay attention to the holiday party schedule, especially at Magic Kingdom, because of something I call the party effect. At both Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, the parks close early for regular day guests who don't have a party ticket, 6 p.m. at Magic Kingdom and 7 p.m. at Hollywood Studios. This has a big effect on crowds. Many guests with regular park tickets avoid the parks on party days because they close early, which means significantly lower lines during regular park hours. So it can be great to go to the parks on these days to take advantage of the low crowds, especially in the morning, if you don't mind the early closure or if you have a park hopper. The party effect works the opposite way too. Non-party days have longer than average waits because they soak up the pent-up demand. And the party effect can even affect the parks that don't have parties. For example, let's say there's a Wednesday that doesn't have a party at Magic Kingdom. More guests will choose Magic Kingdom on that day because there's no party, leaving the other 3 parks less crowded than normal. So pay attention to the party schedule, know the trade-offs, and use the party effect to your advantage. My third tip of Christmas will be way more helpful than 3 French hens. And also a bonus tip to the True Love in the 12 Days of Christmas song. That's entirely too many birds to give someone in one holiday season. Unless these birds are animatronic and sing delightful tropical serenades, I'm good. And as my true love, you should really know this. But back to my Disney World tips. This next tip gives you advice for which holiday party to choose. Let's compare Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party to Jollywood Nights. Both require a significant investment for the tickets. Most people can only pick one. Both parties will give you festive holiday decorations, special holiday character meet and greets, and have exclusive food offerings available for purchase. Both are family friendly, but one is geared a bit more towards adults. So which should you choose? Let me bring in some experts to help break this down. First, I talked to Shannon, a Walt Disney World ambassador, on why Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is so special. Right, so let's talk a little bit about holidays at Magic Kingdom, because we're here. We have Cinderella Castle behind us.
Gorgeous.
It's beautiful. We have some giant presents. I don't know if we get to open those later.
I think it's for me.
So let's talk about what's going on at Magic Kingdom for the holidays this year.
I mean, again, we have Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party taking place, where you can go around and have some hot cocoa, hot apple cider, and some delicious cookies. And you can come in your holiday festive best. So I love coming in my PJ set with my besties or my friends, and then seeing it snow on Main Street too. Oh!
Shannon also really hits home why so many people make Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party a holiday tradition.
I'm a holiday girl. The holidays just pay tribute to my upbringing and my own traditions when it comes to my family. I mean, growing up, we would watch the Christmas Day parade on the television, and being able to experience it here as an adult with my family now is so beautiful.
Now, for Jollywood Nights at Hollywood Studios, I talked to Matthew from Disney Live Entertainment, who worked on Jollywood Nights, about what you can expect at that party. For people who are familiar with Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, what makes Jollywood Nights special and its own unique thing?
Well, Jollywood Nights is kind of geared towards a little bit of a specific crowd. We've gone a little bit towards the adult a little bit, but it's still a lot to do for family fun. So you can still bring your family, but the entire event really digs into the music and the flair and the entertainment that you used to see in old Hollywood, the glitz, the glamour, all of the shows and the jazz, all of those kinds of great things that the Hollywood Studios has to offer.
So let's talk entertainment, because I know that is one of the big draws for Jollywood Nights.
We have special entertainment that you could only get at the party. So we've got Disney Holidays in Hollywood, which is the show over at Theater of the Stars that features Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. Stars in and of their own right. But it also has Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Tiana, and Belle as part of that. We have What's This? Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along, which is a huge hit. So those are shows that you can only get for the party, as well as many more around the park. Walk the whole park, because when you walk the whole park, you're going to get different styles of music and different styles of celebration for the holidays, and I don't think you want to miss any piece of that.
I have 3 words, Tip Top Club.
Can
you tell me about the Tip Top Club?
The Tip Top Club is one of the, I would say, most unique offerings that we have for Disney Jollywood Nights. We've got this amazing 3-piece jazz trio. We've got dancers out there. It sets the mood for a Hollywood Tower Hotel event that you could not possibly miss.
And like the vibe there really makes me feel like, want to sip on a nice cocktail or
something.
Can you tell me about kind of the beverages that people can look forward to?
There are great, specifically curated cocktails for this entire event. There's special desserts, special food offerings all over the park for the event. You don't really want to miss it. That food is amazing.
Both parties have their own vibe, so here's the quick comparison. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party has the classic Christmas experience: parade, fireworks, complimentary cookie, cocoa, and cider, and 8 hours of park time. Jollywood Nights is more sophisticated and grown up. There's more of a focus on entertainment and for-purchase cocktails and food, and you get 7 hours of park time with your ticket. There's no complimentary snacks, but it does include PhotoPass downloads, which Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party doesn't. Personally, since I have 2 very little kids, I'd pick Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party for my family. But if my wife and I can get a babysitter for the night, Jollywood Nights is actually the party that I'd pick this year. The 4th tip of Christmas: are the parties worth it? To party or not to party? Or do 2 parties? That is the question. Look, the holiday parties are great. I'm a big fan of all of them. They provide a completely different feel and experience than visiting the parks during regular hours. So if you've been to Disney World before but you've never been to a holiday party, it's well worth going as a special treat. And if this is your first time going to Disney World, you may want to go to get the full Christmas experience. But the downside is the price. These parties are not cheap. For a family of 4, you're adding $600 to $800 to your vacation for this one-night event. It's almost always cheaper to add an extra park day to a multi-day ticket than it is to buy a holiday party ticket. If you have the budget, go for it. But if not, don't worry. These parties are not a requirement to enjoy the holidays at Disney World, I promise. As I'll show in the tips later in this video, there are so many special holiday activities that don't require a party ticket. But if you do put down the money to buy a party ticket, here are a few quick stocking stuffer size party tips. Get in as early as possible. If you have a party ticket, you can get into the park at 4 p.m. at Magic Kingdom and 5:30 p.m. at Hollywood Studios. That early entry time is key to maximizing your party experience. During that buffer time between being let into the park and when the party officially kicks off, There will often be certain party activities already available, like some character meet and greets. During this time, do those or go on rides and save the 5 hours of party time for party-exclusive activities. Make a list of 3 to 4 must-dos. If you try to do every single thing at the party, you'll leave exhausted and disappointed. Pick your priorities and make your plan around that. Don't do any table service meals during the parties. These eat up a lot of time. Grab quick service or snacks instead so you can focus on the exclusive entertainment and experiences. And speaking of food, I'm starting to get a bit hungry. So let's talk about one of my favorite things about the holidays, the snacks. Disney has so many special food items and souvenirs available during the holiday season, like these Christmas popcorn buckets found throughout the parks. If I were to list every special item in the parks, resorts, and Disney Springs, this video would be about as long as the entire holiday season itself. So instead, here are 4 treats that I am very excited to try this year. At Aloha Isle at Magic Kingdom, you can get the Santa Surf Shack float, which has the amazing coconut soft serve that I love in a Pog Juice float, with a spiced pineapple treat on top. I can already tell that the Mickey gingerbread cookie at the Trolley Car Cafe in Hollywood Studios is going to be iconic. This gingerbread brownie can be found at Gasparilla Island Grill at Grand Floridian. And you don't have to scream, "They're not gonna bake it!" because there's this awesome dinosaur-themed sugar cookie at Restaurantosaurus. I'll include the links to Disney's official foodie guides in the description so you can start salivating over all the delicious possibilities. And while all the parks have incredible holiday treats, Epcot deserves its own spotlight, because during the holidays, Epcot becomes something really special. The 7th tip of Christmas: make Epcot a priority. The Festival of the Holidays starts November 28th, and it gives you a ton of special holiday activities, food, and entertainment included with your park ticket. The festival is basically a celebration of holiday traditions around the world. There are the holiday kitchens with special food and drinks. It's like the Food and Wine Festival, but make it Christmas. I talked to Serena, one of the Walt Disney World ambassadors, about what makes Epcot so special during the holidays.
At Disney World, we're all about making memories together, and the holidays are such a special and important time for that. And Festival of the Holidays is no different. When we think of holidays, we think about tradition, and traditions look a little bit different for everybody and for every family, but think about all across the world. So to travel the world and get that true Epcot experience, but seeing that through way of not only food and drink, but seeing the way people celebrate the holidays and understanding that more. When you go to Mexico, it's the story of Las Posadas. When you go to Norway and Germany, it might be Papa Noel. But we always have something to learn about each other. And we're just so happy to give people a space to do that, because not everyone will get to travel the world. And so hopefully we can bring it to them.
And that's why I love Epcot this season. You're not just getting one type of Christmas celebration, you're getting a whole world of holiday traditions. Now, the absolute crown jewel of Epcot's holiday celebration is the Candlelight Processional. This is a live retelling of the Christmas story with a celebrity narrator, a 50-piece orchestra, and a massive choir. Serena put it perfectly. Speaking of traditions, what is your favorite Disney World holiday tradition?
Candlelight. The Candlelight Processional.
Same.
A Disney ambassador, I have to shout out our cast. Our cast choir is phenomenal. These are cast from all across Walt Disney World, all kinds of different roles that choose to dedicate their time to being a part of this tradition. Again, we talked about tradition in different families and different cultures. Here at Disney World, our cast members are our own community and family, and that is a tradition for us. Moves me to tears every time. And like you said, the celebrities, it's always fun to see what special guests are going to join us. That's fun for our cast, but also being a cast member, you go and you know friends that are in the choir and you go, okay, what nights are you singing so I can go see you? And you're almost more excited to see them than who the celebrity host is.
I'm with Serena on this one. Candlelight Processional would be my #1 pick for favorite holiday tradition at Disney World. But my second favorite holiday tradition is the 8th tip of Christmas. Go resort hopping during the holidays. As I laid out in my best free things at Disney World video, you don't have to be staying at a Disney World resort to visit it, see the lobby, and check out the dining options. And this is even better during the holidays due to the special holiday decorations at every resort. The most iconic are the massive and intricate gingerbread displays confirmed at 5 resorts this year. Contemporary, Animal Kingdom Lodge, Wilderness Lodge, Boardwalk, and Yacht and Beach Club, which is Walt Disney World Ambassador Shannon's favorite resort during the holidays.
Ooh, I'm gonna say over at the Yacht and Beach Club Resorts because they have the carousel, the gingerbread carousel, and the fact that our culinary team does a beautiful job of bringing that to life. Again, that the magic within our culinary is brought to the parks and resorts for the guests to experience.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Being able to see it actually move is pretty crazy.
It's a carousel. It's moving around. It's all made of gingerbread, so all the pieces are operating together. It's truly incredible.
It's important to note that in 2025, the Grand Floridian will not have a gingerbread display due to the lobby refurbishment. But it's not even just official Disney decorations that can add some cheer. As Shannon pointed out, one resort is legendary for guest displays.
But you also have to go over to Disney's Fort Wilderness, one of my favorite areas, because our guests bring their own holiday traditions and they deck out their campsites. You can see their Christmas decor.
People get really creative and they go over the top with their decorations. So don't miss the resorts this holiday season. And something else you won't want to miss this holiday season is jolly old Saint Nick. So here's where to find Santa at Disney World. Santa is confirmed to be appearing for meet and greets in at least 3 locations. At Communicore Hall at Epcot during Festival of the Holidays, which is a new location this year. Next, Santa will be at the Marketplace at Disney Springs. The Disney Springs Santa meet and greet has a virtual queue that opens 5 times daily. Santa and Mrs. Claus will also make appearances on certain nights at the Swan and Dolphin. And even though nothing's been officially announced, here's some speculation on where else to find Santa based on past years. At Magic Kingdom, Santa also makes appearances at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and typically he has a meet and greet in Liberty Square for all guests. Blog Mickey says that the Santa meet and greet at Hollywood Studios is likely to be at Walt Disney Presents during regular park hours, replaced by a Santa Duffy meet and greet during Jollywood Nights. And last year, Santa had a meet and greet at Restaurantosaurus in Animal Kingdom. So confirmed Santa locations are the Swan and Dolphin, Epcot, and Disney Springs. And while you're waiting for your Santa virtual queue group to be called at Disney Springs, there are a ton of special holiday activities there. Like the Christmas Tree Stroll Scavenger Hunt with Magic Band Plus activations, Jock Lindsay's Holiday Hanger Bar Overlay, Nightly Snowfall, and other special entertainment. There's also the Disney PhotoPass Studio, which is free to use, you don't need an appointment, and the photos taken here work just like any of your other PhotoPass pictures. During the Christmas season, the studio is transformed into Mickey and Minnie's Tree Farm with holiday backdrops, props, plus the ability to print gifts right there. And that brings me to the 11th tip of Christmas. PhotoPass is your secret weapon this holiday season. I recently talked to Mel from the Disney World PhotoPass team, and she shared a great tip with me that I'm totally going to use and that a lot of families will find really helpful for the holidays. The holiday season is coming up, and that's a season all about making memories. So can you tell me a little bit about what PhotoPass has in store for guests coming to Disney World this holiday season?
You know, I really like to tell, guests and especially parents coming to Walt Disney World about kind of the one-stop shop opportunity at Disney Springs, where we have our Disney PhotoPass studio where you can capture photos on a backdrop just like the one we have here today. You can go have your family go meet Santa. And then right on site at the PhotoPass studio, you can print photo gifts with your own PhotoPass photos. And so me personally, I took my kids last year and knocked out our Christmas card photos, got some ornaments made for the grandparents. They got to meet Santa and tell him all about everything they wanted for Christmas. And it was just a wonderful day spent and really knocked off a lot of items on mom's to-do list. So I was very excited.
As a dad to a 5-year-old and a soon-to-be 2-year-old who knows a new definition of busy for the past couple of years and who knows the struggle of getting holiday cards out, one-stop shop is music to my ears. But also, I love using PhotoPass to capture my family's holiday memories, especially since I already have Memory Maker on my annual pass. We get so many really great professional pictures of our family together, which doesn't really easily happen outside of Disney World. And there are so many great magic shots, including special magic shots for the holidays. For the final tip of Christmas, here's a quick list of my 4 favorite hidden gems that you shouldn't overlook this holiday season. Don't miss holiday attraction overlays at Jingle Cruise and Living with the Land Glimmering Greenhouses. At Hollywood Studios, there's Sunset Season Greetings, which takes over Sunset Boulevard with a projection show on Tower of Terror and fake snow. Gotta love that Snope. And the final 2 are at Animal Kingdom, which I feel like can be a park that gets overlooked the most during the holidays, but it features 2 of the coolest seasonal offerings. I'll let Shannon share more details.
I mean, Disney's Animal Kingdom is one of my favorite places to experience the holiday season, just due to all the variety of offerings that we have here. We have the Merry Menagerie, where we have our puppets be brought to life with incredible puppeteers. So you can see polar bears, penguins, and some other friends. And we also have the Tree of Life Awakening, the holiday edition, So if you stay here a little bit past sundown, you'll see the tree be brought to life right before your eyes. And it's a beautiful way to capture the true essence of Disney's Animal Kingdom, but also the holiday spirit as well.
The projections on the Tree of Life start after dark, and since Animal Kingdom still closes earlier than the other parks, this is actually a fantastic way to have a low-stress but fun holiday evening. And there you have it, 12 tips to make your Disney World holiday vacation as very merry as can be. If you have any questions about the holidays at Disney World, drop it in the comments, and be sure to check out my monthly guides for more detailed planning. All right, well, this has been James from Guide to WDW. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon.